y'all, it's comedian Eva Evans from the cast of Hustler in Brooklyn on BET, and you are watching Team Focus Radio with So Focused.
Yeah! You know what it is, Team Focus Radio. I'm your host, So Focused. Right now we have BET with my beautiful, beautiful host right here, Eva Evans.
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. How was your trip here? Crazy?
Yeah, traffic is bad. Traffic is bad.
Oh, I can imagine. But let's get to the basics. First of all, where you from?
I grew up in New Jersey. I'm from Englewood, New Jersey.
Okay.
I spent a lot of my childhood on the island of Jamaica, in the parish of St. Anne. So I'm Jamaican, grew up in Jersey. I've been in New York City for 10 years now. February makes 10 years,
So what's the difference between New Jersey and Brooklyn?
Okay, that's like asking what's the difference between soda and diet soda. It's like, Brooklyn has more flavor. Brooklyn is the soda, and Jersey is the diet soda. Okay, there's a lot more flavor in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is an amazing city that accepts you as you are. You know, where I grew up, there's a whole bunch of like little towns, and people are really judgmental and mean and not accepting of people who are different. And Brooklyn's the exact opposite. Brooklyn's still mean, but it's like a good mean. It makes you like grow a pair of balls mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take education real quick because you went to college, right?
Yes, I graduated from St. John's University, Queens.
What was your major?
Mass communications. I had a concentration in television and film.
But why choose that major?
I wanted as a journalism major, and then I changed it after like my first semester because I felt like journalism was kind of like dying out.
Yeah.
I think maybe if I make it a little broad,
Yeah.
then I'll have more options versus if I just go into journalism. And then after college, right after college, my first job was at Showtime Networks. I was there for 3 years as an advertising coordinator for a smaller channel that they owned.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
But did you always know you was gonna do like the communication field?
I always knew I wasn't good at math.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, anything involving math, I can't do.
You like me? Okay.
Right. When it comes to math, I'm real like remedial. Like,
Yeah.
I only know my paycheck and that's it. That's the only numbers I understand is my paycheck.
So science sucks too, I'm assuming.
Science I'm bad at,
Me too.
really bad at math. So I'm just like, okay, what can I do that I won't have to deal with those things?
Correct. And he just shows communication.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that because I know it's off the subject or whatever. Because my actual major was going to be physical education.
Okay.
I had the same issue with you. I sucked at science and sucked at math. And then, but long story short, I did a presentation and the professor said, hey, do something that you like and you see yourself doing. You know, and I'm like, all right, well, I like TV, I like writing. So.
Right. And I just feel like with college is awesome and everything. I just feel like you're 18. You're
Correct.
17 or 18 when you have to pick a major.
Correct.
It's like you're asking this little kid, because that's essentially what a 17, 18-year-old child, that's a child.
Yeah.
You're asking this child to figure out what he or she wants to do for the rest of their life
Correct.
as a child.
Can't
That's
do it.
insane to me.
Can't do it.
That's crazy.
I think your average student changes their majors a lot. I think my major like.
And then even after you change your major, you can change it 100 times. That does not mean that's what you're gonna actually do. I'm a stand-up comedian. I ain't got shit to do with what I went to school with.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you know.
But let's talk about network, because you actually worked at a network before, right?
Yeah, Showtime.
Showtime.
So when I was in college, I interned for 2 years. My sophomore and my senior year, I interned at CNBC. I was there, and I was like, oh yeah. When I was interning there my senior year, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this job in the bag.
Yeah.
And then they didn't hire me. So I'm like, oh, okay, well screw you guys too.
Yeah.
So I was pissed off. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to a competitor and apply. So I went to CBS to apply.
Okay.
CBS hit me up like, yo, we think you're dope. However, we don't have anything open for you here, but we own Showtime, and Showtime has an entry-level job that we think you'd be good for.
Correct.
So then I was there, I was a temp at Showtime for about 1.5 years, and then they offered me a permanent position with benefits and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how'd you end up leaving the company?
Corporate America wasn't for me. I'm a little too free. Like I need to do what I want, say what I want, dress the way I want. And corporate America is very stifling for someone with my personality. Very stifling. I felt like I was withering away. Like I couldn't, like I would come in there with a wig on, like a short blonde wig on Monday, and by Wednesday I have a red wig on.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, you changed your hair too much. I'm like, what does that have to do with, but my work is done.
Yeah, that's me.
Mind your business. Like my wig has nothing to do with what you got going on, but it's just like corporate America, you can't stand out, you can't do too much.
Yeah.
And I am the type of person, I do what I want. If I want to be a redhead on Wednesday and have blue hair on Saturday,
do it.
That's my business. And I should not have to do it, it shouldn't distract you from your work.
Absolutely.
So people in corporate America, they too damn nosy. And okay, they worry about what you got going on too much politics, and it's not a encouraging or nurturing environment for a creative soul. So I felt like I was dying a slow death every time I sat down at my desk.
Man.
So one day I left a budget meeting and I said, I cannot do this anymore. I'm 25. Why the hell am I miserable at a job? I have no kids. I have no mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I have a little rent. You know what I'm saying? I only have to take care of me. Yeah. So if I want to take this jump, it has to be now.
But even doing that jump, because I was actually talking to one of my friends earlier who quit his job because he wanted to follow his dreams. And I think that's cool, but for me, it's like I don't watch documentaries and say he quit his job and he made it. That might work for you, right? But that might not work for me. So like even me, like I'm still pursuing what I'm doing now, but I still got a job and I go back home. So did you work during those times during that transition to get a job?
Oh yeah, so what I did is I knew that I wasn't happy with corporate America. So what I did is like a year before I quit, I quit September, like around March. So like maybe like a couple months before, I took bartending classes. Right. So I would leave the office and go straight to take bartending classes. Right. Got my certification in New York City for bartending. Then I didn't quit still. I went and got a part-time job. So I would leave the office and go bartend in Union Square about 3-4 times a week. Right. So just to get my bartending skills up, because you can't just up it. I still need an income. Right. So I'm like, okay, what can I do that will still pay my bills, but also give me the flexibility and the freedom to chase comedy? Bartending. So I'm like, all right, boom, perfect. So now I know what I would have to do to fill in the gaps, because I'm not gonna be homeless while I'm out here chasing this dream. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, so boom, I know bartending is perfect for me to chase my dream. So now what's the next step? Bartending classes. I don't even know, I didn't know how to make anything. Yes. So I took the bartending classes, but you can't just up and leave. Right. You know what I'm saying? I need experience. So then I was bartending, doing little shit, like little bullshit restaurants around here, and then eventually I was getting better places, more references, to the point that I was doing popping places where I was making $400 or $500 a night. Right. Shout the deuces to the Showtime. So it's like I had a plan. Yeah. I didn't just up and be like, oh, buy Showtime. I'm like, okay, I want to leave Showtime. I still need to pay my bills. How am I going to do that?
That's what you did. So why comedy? Like, what made you decide? Like, when did you wake up and say, you know what, I want to be a comedian? Like,
well, I always had an interest in comedy. Okay. Always had an interest in comedy. My early, my father, my biological father, he didn't raise me, but one of my earliest memories of him is that he was a huge Martin Lawrence fan. Right. So I'm like, okay, well maybe if I'm funny like Martin, maybe I can get his attention. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking as a little girl. Like, if I'm funny, then maybe my daddy will love me like how he loves this guy. Right. And then so that was the first little inkling of what I wanted to do. Like, my attraction towards comedy. It came from a place of sadness, which most comedians, they will say, like, comedians are some of the saddest people in the world. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the first. But I was so young that I didn't understand. Right. That's what I was leaning towards. Because I'm Jamaican. When you come to America and you go to school, you get a job. Right. You go to school, you get a job, and then you marry, and then you have babies. That's it. Yeah. Like, there's no like chase dreams. What? So I didn't. I still didn't think of it as a career choice, because it seemed like no one's gonna accept that from me. Right. Like that's a fluffy job. I need an actual job. Right. But then I went through this time in my life where I was just really unhappy. I'm like, well, what do I want to do? What could make me happy? What makes me happy? Comedy. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote a joke. I was going through a really hard time. I went through a breakup, or I ended an engagement. And I was writing jokes about him. And then I left Showtime, went to an open mic, paid $5, got 5 minutes, and people were laughing, and it felt so good. And it gave me a natural high that I never felt before, and I just kept chasing that. I'm like, I gotta chase this high. And that's how I'm just like, no, I gotta keep getting on stages and making people laugh. This is a freaking awesome feeling. Absolutely.
So being a comedian, like, what do you think? Because there's so many comedians out there. So what do you think you say will separate you from everybody else?
I mean, ain't nobody like Eva. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my own swag, my comedy is based off my life. Ain't nobody lived my life. Yeah. You You know what I'm saying? The things I went through, people may have similarities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there is only one Eva Evans.
But it's actually, because today's day, there's like stand-up comedians, and then there's the internet comedians.
Yes.
So like, what do you think is the difference between those two kind of comedians?
Talent. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to get offended can get offended. I don't really care. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like being on the camera and being able to make funny faces and to cut to be able to edit and cut and paste certain jokes together. That shit don't translate on stage.
Right.
Stand-up comedy is just you. You don't have no backup. Singers have a band.
Right.
They have backup dancers. They got lights and all types of shit in the back to help support their performance. As a stand-up comedian, it is you and that mic. You have no backup dan. There's nobody that's gonna come up there and help you entertain the crowd. You ain't got no hype man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just you. So this is the only form of entertainment where it is just you. That's talent. And you're just talking. You know what I'm saying? You're just talking.
You just by yourself.
Ain't no background music, you're just talking. That's talent. So that's what separates stand-up from IG or internet, because we don't have cameras, we don't have editing, we don't have sound effects and all that other shit. That's just us being funny in real life.
Because I interviewed artists in the past and talk about being on stage and kind of forgetting their words. You ever been on stage and kind of forgot what you were saying and kind of improvise a little bit?
Oh yeah, and I'll tell the audience, I'm like, oh yeah, I smoke a lot of weed, so I forgot. And honestly, they love honesty.
Yeah.
And they'll just laugh, just off that. Like, if you up there like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. They're like dogs, they can smell fear.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh shit, the audience will be looking at you like, and they're gonna feed off of that. They're gonna make it even more awkward for you. Because some people love to see that, you know, you up there wiltering. Like, the human beings are mean. Generally speaking, people are really mean. So if you up there and you're freaking out and you can't caught your tongue, you can't remember, you over here sweating, you making them know, they're gonna feed off of that. They try to make it even worse for you.
Are there any comedians that you specifically look up to?
I have a top 5. Want to hear my top 5?
Oh yeah, please.
All right, this is no particular order.
All right.
Chris Rock, Samoa, D.L. Hughley, Sarah Silverman, Cat Williams.
Go by them.
I mean, like, I can see myself in part of all of them. Like with D.L. Hughley, I love how pro-black, like, he's like an activist, and like his stand-up, like, there's people who do stand-up and it's on some, like, it's just fluff. They're like the class clown.
Right.
But D.L. Hughley, he makes you sit and think. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's talking about black issues, but a crowd is laughing. You know what I'm saying? But it's real shit that this man is talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he don't bring fluff on stage. He brings substance. So that's why I like to, you know, I have some fluffy jokes, but I also like to talk about real shit. So D.L. Hughley, he's intelligent, he's pro-black. Sarah Silverman, I mean, she's just, you know, I think she's a beautiful woman, and she's very sarcastic and dry. Sometimes I'm like that. Samoa, she's like one of the sexiest women I've ever seen on stage, ever, and she's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And she will go up there with her titties showing and make men focus on her joke.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? Chris Rock. I mean, I've been to Chris Rock. Like, he's just amazing. He's a Brooklyn boy. I just love him. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's smart. Every time I watch all these people, and Cat Williams is just so raw, and he just is so unapologetic. He does not care who feelings he hurt, and that's how I am. And every time I watch these 5 people, I learn. That's why I feel like I learn from them. Like, there's people who I listen to and I watch, and it's like, okay, they cool, but I don't learn. Like, I learn when I sit and watch those 5. Like, I feel like I grow as a comedian when I watch them.
So you're on the show right now, Hustle Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, how did you end up on that show? Right, that's the first question.
So y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but they slid in my DM.
Wow.
It was a DM. It was a DM, and I thought it was spam at first. I'm like, yeah, this is a joke, because it was, you know, it was a white woman that hit me up.
Right. I'm
like, yeah, okay, sure, white lady talking about you're casting for BT. Okay, sure. Thought it was spam. You know, because people play my DMs all day. So, and then she really hit me up. She's like, no, like, you know, TP, he's one of the DJs on the show. He's like, yo, TP showed me your profile. I think you're really dope. I'm like, oh, okay. So then, and at the time, I only had 4,000 followers. So at this day and age, that's nothing. And if you don't have followers, people are not looking at you. They don't give a fuck about talent. They care about the numbers. So this is a numbers game. So that's another reason why I thought it was spam. Cause I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, BT wants me with my little 4,000. Okay. So then we had a Skype interview because they were out in LA.
Right.
They interviewed me on Skype. I spoke to them. They asked me to submit some of my stand-up, you know, some pictures from my everyday life. I did that. That was in early March, late February, early March. I didn't hear from them for 2 months. I didn't hear anything, so I just thought maybe they either passed on me, or they weren't doing the show, or maybe I was right. It was spam in the first place. But then 2 months later, I go to LA. I'm doing my shows because I don't sit and wait for people. Like while they're trying to figure out what they're doing, I'm doing what I gotta do. So I moved on my life, forgot all about the show, went to LA, was doing shows in LA, and I got a phone call and they're like, yo, BT picked you for the show. I'm like, oh shit. So yeah.
So is it weird, like has anybody noticed it yet?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, people, I mean, it's because sometimes people are looking at me, and I'm just like, may I help you? Like, what you looking at me for? 'Cause I'm still thinking, right, I be forgetting that people see me on TV. And they're like, oh, you from the, I'm like, oh shit, I did not mean to bark at you like that. I'm so sorry. You know, in New York, like, I spent 10 years of my life in Brooklyn.
Right. It's like no.
You can't be looking at nobody's face in Brooklyn like that, and they don't be like, what up? Like, right. I'm on the body, right, like, and they not blinking, they're like, I'm like, damn, okay, you good? So yeah, I used to get real offensive, like thinking I'm always like on fight mode, like what up, like. Yeah. But then it took me a while to realize, I'm like, oh, you know, first of all, you gotta chill, because you can't be out here fighting anybody. Like,
you on World Star too.
Right, I'll be on World Star, and right from DC to World Star, real quick. I'm like, I gotta chill, and people sometimes they don't know what to say or how to say it, so that they're just staring, like, ooh, like should I say something?
So, like, as far as like being noticed, whatever, do you have like family members? Because I always ask people this: do people, friends or family, try to change a little bit and see you on TV?
Oh yeah, people change, and it's so crazy because people change because they see you differently, not because you acting differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've had friends. I lost a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? I had this girl over the summer, somebody that I really cared about. I really considered her a friend. And it sucks because I really loved her son. Like I would babysit her son all the time. Her son called me Auntie Eva. Like that was my boo. And I really liked her. And she had a birthday party.
Right.
And I guess she told everyone I was coming. And I guess everyone was excited. But then I had a show offer.
Right.
Like, and I'm not gonna turn down $400, $400 or $500. Because at the time, this is before we even filmed. Right. It was bringing me out there. I'm not gonna turn down $400 or $500. For a birthday party. Yeah. Like I have bills to pay.
Absolutely.
And work comedy always comes first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, $400, $500, that's not what I'm paying now. Like, I'm getting money, okay? I'm getting BT money now.
Couple dollars.
That was before BT. Footnote. Don't cut that shit out. Oh, she only charged $40? No. But yeah, so it's just like, I just feel like as a friend, you should have been like, yo, girl, like, don't go get your show. First of all, go get your money, do your show, because comedy work comes first, and we'll just do something later for my birthday. I said that kind of reaction from her, and she fucking flipped out. I'm not a good friend. I put work before friendships. I'm like, but I need someone that I have my core friends that understand that. If I call my friend. I have a certain girls that, or even guys, I have a certain group of friends that if I call them and say, yo, I got a show, say no more, say less. They're not asking no questions because they know what time it is. And that's the type of people who I have in my life now. So I lost a lot of friends because I had to weed out those people who felt like comedy was a hobby. Right. Or it's not that serious. Why you can't come to my birthday party? What's so special about this show? Like, sis, like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? I would never ask somebody to put some bread aside turn down money for me.
Has anybody been trying to get on a show with you or try to?
Oh yes, honey. Let me tell you something. I had this boy. I had just met his ass. Okay. I'm talking about 2 weeks in. Asked if he could be my date to the BT Hip Hop Awards.
Wow.
Wow. I don't know you from nowhere, sir. Asked me to put him on the show.
Wow.
So that's another thing. I'm like, it's hard to date because it's like I don't like industry guys, but then it's like, but then regular guys are like. You have to see who's an opportunist or not. Yeah. So it's just like.
I think those things are always going to be there. There's the word perception. Mm-hmm. You know, like people create. Like I always say in my interviews all the time. As soon as I leave here, I'm gonna go back home. People gonna see me.
Where's home? Connecticut, right?
Connecticut right now. For the record, I'm from Brooklyn, New York originally.
Oh yeah.
East New York. Big House Projects.
You know, I be doing comedy at Lindenwood. I work out at Lindenwood.
Oh, right, damn. Yeah. Before that was Crown Heights.
Right, because the hood rooms is where you really get funny at.
Yeah, but It's dangerous, but
it's dangerous. But that's how you really get funny.
Yeah.
That's how you really get funny.
But they'll tell you about yourself.
If you're not funny, like you will be suicidal one time. Like by the time you leave there, you probably feel like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause hood people, they do not give a fuck about your feelings.
Just boo the heck out of you.
Not even just boo. Like they'll just straight up be like, "That's why you ain't got no man, bitch." Like they will like violate. I'd rather boo than that. You know what I'm saying? They will straight violate your shit.
But let's talk about advice real quick, right?
Uh-huh.
Because there's a lot of ladies out there that's probably watching you on TV and seeing your comedy. What advice can you give specifically women out there that want to be in your shoes?
Don't let these men scare you. They just little boys. Honestly, I've had men tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't wear heels on stage. Oh, you should wear looser fitting clothes on stage." That's them and their insecurities trying to, dim your light, sis. Do not, you go up there and you dress however you feel comfortable. If he don't feel comfortable, that's because he, as a man, cannot stand to see a strong woman that has sex appeal at the same time. That's a personal problem that ain't got shit to do with you.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself rich. I see myself with this Netflix special. Well, no, let me not say Netflix. An hour special on a major platform. Because, Showtime, HBO, they want to holler at me.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something. The day I quit Showtime, I walked out. I said, the next time y'all see me is because y'all offer me a deal for my hour special. And I walked right out that motherfucker.
Wow. They're gonna get it.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna be on my body. They're gonna be on my body. They're gonna be on my body. But yeah, so I see myself with money.
Yeah.
I see myself having a house in Jamaica. I want to be back and forth between the U.S. and Jamaica because I want to go back home. I see myself taking complete care of my mother. I do not want her working. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my stepmother. She's Jamaican.
Hey! She be cooking for you?
Well, right now, I don't live with my dad no more. Man, but back in the days, what I'm saying, it's still good. I mean, but for the record, I'm hungry to go to today.
Nice!
She cook, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me come too. I'm hungry too. I ain't eating nothing all day.
Yeah, it's crazy. The food in my house is crazy because my dad, he's Panamanian.
Oh, okay. What's your mother?
My birth mother, she's black and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And my stepmother's Jamaican. I got brothers and sisters everywhere.
Right.
Come from a huge family. Things like that.
I can see the Panamanian though.
Oh yeah, I got the flag on. I don't know if you see it on the hat.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah.
I represent. It's from my father. Shout out to my dad is like straight from the. He's like.
You speak Spanish?
No, I understand like basic Spanish. No, it's funny because I know it's straight off the subject. I don't even know we're talking about this right now. But I moved with my dad when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I grew up on my black side, and my grandmother have 12 kids.
Oh wow.
So I
Big
moved
family.
my Spanish side. And my dad is straight from the island, straight up. Like instead of saying, like they say, sit down. He like, sit your eyes down, down. You got the gold tooth, but
actually you got gold teeth.
Yeah, he got the gold tooth. He got all that, the big chain. My dad is like, yeah, he's. But I love my dad, man. One thing he's a great father.
Nice, that's beautiful.
So I want to ask you a question. First of all, for people that want to know about you, like after comedy, right? So is there anything you want to do after comedy or outside of comedy, like maybe like a clothing line or?
Oh yeah, I mean I want to have a wig line.
Okay.
This is my natural. I wear my natural hair a lot, but I also wear a lot of wigs.
Okay.
So I want to have a wig line. I want to have a. I want to act. I want to get into acting, producing, writing. Which I do that all now, but I want to do it on a larger scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I also I want to help bring a comedy scene to Jamaica.
Right.
I want to open a women's center in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things I want to do for my country. Yeah.
Shout out to Bobby Congress too, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
I pick up Jabba's a friend of mine.
The funniest about Bobby Condors, I had him up to interview him. And he's like, yeah, come to my house. I'm like, what? I was like, what? Come to your house? I drove him to New Jersey.
Come to the
I
crib.
interviewed him right in the back of his yard.
Nice.
Showed me his house, showed me records of him and Jabba. I'm like,
nice.
Bro, I don't know you, bro. Like me, you know what I mean? In my house, I'm who you are. That's just me. But shout out to Bobby Condors, man.
Bobby ain't scared.
So for social media, how can people out there get in contact with you on social media?
Yes. Okay. So I'm on Instagram at Eva Evans Comedy. I made a Twitter last week. I forgot all about the shit till today. I forgot about it because somebody asked me. I'm like, oh shit, I do have one. I made it last week at Eva Evans Comedy. My website evaevanscomedy.com. EVANS Comedy.
Definitely. Also log on to soulfocusmedia.com. I'm your boy, So Focus. Oh, at So Focus Life on social media. Is there anything you want anybody to know about you before we get out of here?
What they want to know about me? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool chick.
You live.
I'm lit. I'm hilarious. I'm a hard worker. I'm down to earth. I'm a proud daughter. I love my mommy. She's the best woman I've ever met. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm So Focused, Eva Evans. And thank you for BET for having us. That's the most important part.
Right.
Thank you for
Big
having
up to BET.
We have black people here in your building, BET, and we out of here, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.